Thank you for joining us for your October 18th parkerweather.info daily update. Well, we are just going to jump right into some tropical stuff with Typhoon Maggie, or Carl, as it's being called by the Philippine Meteorology Department. Drought season has seemed to have slipped its way into the southeast, and then a couple storms over the next couple of days in the southwestern United States. Well, here's the current IR loop of Maggie, and it passed over the Philippines yesterday, and then currently it has since, by tonight, it has since slipped west of the country, and it totally inundated with heavy amounts of rain all yesterday, and then the backside of the storm is continuing the rainfall over that entire portion of the Philippines. Here's our typical standard AVN loop. You can still see the rotation has moved over the island, and it's going to start to get its act together and then begin to work towards China over the next couple of days. Well, this next image I'm going to show you is what is known as JSL, and basically it's an enhancement within the infrared spectrum, and basically what it shows us is cloud height. So with an IR, you're basically like, oh, well, the more white clouds are the higher clouds. Well, in this, it gives us a color designation, so we know the purple are going to be our highest clouds, and it transitions to white, then to red, and the blue are the lowest clouds. So that's really helpful when you're looking at the beginning stages of tropical development to see where your highest clouds are and where the convection is strongest. Well, here are a couple 48-hour rainfall totals for some of the northern cities in the northern Philippine Islands. Dagupan got 9.75, and that was one of the cities we talked about the other day, how it was situated on the hills, and flooding could be a serious issue with that city. Apari 7.09, Iba 6.37, and Tuguegarao 6.85, or excuse me, 8.65. So they've gotten a large amount of rain over a 2-hour period, over a 48-hour period, and it doesn't look like it's going to slow down because they're going to continue to see rain as we go into tonight. So those numbers could go up into the high teens before Maggie's done affecting the Philippines. Here are just a couple pictures. Wind strong enough to knock over roofs at gas stations. You know, people looking for anything to power their houses, anywhere from propane, because a lot of the Northern Island lost, pretty much everyone lost electricity. But, you know, braving the rain, braving the winds, heavy winds. And when the wind's blowing that fast and you're getting rain, it's not comfortable. That rain can really, hurt the skin. So a lot of heavy rain, a lot of heavy winds, trees being down, blocking roads. So pretty disastrous for the Philippines, thanks to Typhoon Maggie. Well, here's just a current surface map and some stuff going on. A cold front that is situated from Arizona New Mexico, Texas, stretching all the way across the heartland of the U.S. into Kentucky and West Virginia. But notice that low in those troughs off towards Nevada, California, and Arizona, that's definitely going to bring some rain to them over the next couple of days. Arizona and New Mexico, California, and Utah, along with portions of Colorado, should all see some heavy thunderstorms and heavy rain for the rest of tomorrow after the morning. The one area we don't see a lot of rain is the southeast, and they've begun to slip into a drought season. It looks like Louisiana and southern Alabama has the worst right now, but the majority of the southeast is from abnormally dry to severe drought, and it doesn't look like there's going to be much relief over the next 6 to so months. This is just sort of a close-up of the southeast. Georgia and Alabama look like they've been getting the worst of it. South Carolina, North Carolina, and Virginia also not where they need to be in terms of rainfall totals. But here's our U.S. seasonal drought outlook. Now, this was released on the 17th, and basically it's telling us where we're going to see improvement, persistence, and development across the entire U.S. in terms of drought tendencies. Well, the entire southeast looks like it's going to persist or intensify, and then areas where it isn't going to persist or intensify, it looks like a drought is going to develop. And then portions of Northern California, Northern Nevada, they're going to improve a little bit, some improving out in the western and up in New England. But for the most part, the southeast is going to continue to see drought conditions, and it looks like it could be a pretty dry winter for a lot of the southeastern United States. Well, thank you for joining us for your quick October 18th, 2010 update. We'll have another update on Maggie tomorrow as she begins barreling towards China in the South China Sea. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great day.